Here it goes. Oh my goodness.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
C-O-R-I-N.
Oh my goodness. Oh, stop it. Say what's up, everybody. Why you have those, little big girl farmer? Look, show everybody what you got. Why do we have those?
Because I need them for my coffin.
You need them for your coffin?
Yes.
So what's happening right now? Why is the weather changing?
Yeah.
Yep. And today, okay, let's not do this on the camera. It's going to make a lot of noise. Today is the first day of
fall.
Yes, or today's the first day of fall. Yay! What's up, everybody? Hey, I hope everybody is doing well. Me, little big girl farmer, and I. Okay, stop it. Little big girl farmer and I wanted to come on live and share with everybody some things that you may not know about the fall. So today is officially the first day of fall. Yay! Autumn, yes. And what happens is, it's supposed to get cooler outside. We know this, right? My husband calls it football weather, so he loves fall. And fall is actually my favorite season. But Christmas time, get your hand out of your mouth. Ugh. Girl, stop. Christmas time is actually my favorite holiday. Quit, that's nasty. Seriously. So, little big girl farmer and I were talking about why she is having so many spouts with coughing and and a dry throat and a runny nose, and these little things help so much. I don't know, y'all. They're not paying me to say this, but I'm gonna give her one of these. But they're like little cough drops for kids, except it's on a lollipop stick. Okay. It's on a lollipop stick. Hey, there's 2 people in the house. Who's here? Say what's up in the chat so I can know who you are. So, yeah, there are some things that I found out about the fall that I was not aware of. And I kind of wanted to start a conversation. I know I usually go live on Thursdays, but I'm going to be quite busy this week. So I'm trying to get in some time with my peeps, as much time as I can before the end of the week. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about was, what to expect during the fall season as it relates to gardening. Beginner gardeners. I've been talking about fall gardening for a while. We've been talking about what our fall gardens are going to look like. What type of stuff you can grow in the fall. But I just wanted to share some other fun facts about the fall that I didn't know either, but I came across this article, and it was written last year around this time. Hey, it's Gigi. Gigi's on here. Say hi, Gigi. She said, hello, can't stay working. Loving this fall weather. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for joining us. We are loving the fall weather too. I wish it was a little bit cooler, but it's about 84 degrees outside right now, which is nice, and it's overcast sky. So we have not gotten a break from that sun in a few weeks. I mean, it's been several weeks. No rain. So I'm pumped up about just the overcast skies. It does make things cooler. But the fall time is the time for gardeners to get ready for the spring, really. It's a great time to start cleaning out your gardens, planting trees, pruning trees, because they're soon going to go dormant. So that all the leaves will start to fall off your trees, your fruit trees, and every tree. And no, thank you. And start to go dormant. So it's a great time to plant some trees. and to clean up and get ready for the spring. So that way when you don't when the springtime gets here, you don't have to spend so much time cleaning up stuff, okay? But you'll have everything already ready. You'll freshen up the soil a little bit, maybe add some compost or whatever you want to do, but then you're just ready to plant. So I just want to encourage everybody to go ahead and get out there and plant our get those gardens cleaned up. I'm not gonna have time to clean up. I'm doing little bits at a time, and yeah, and so I'm excited about that. But I'm noticing that like everything's just kind of bouncing back. It's cooling off a little bit. So the tomato plants are even flowering again. My calamundan fruit tree is flowering again. And that thing has flowered like 6 or 7 times this season. I don't know what that's about, but that has been the case. Little Big Girl Farmer, what else happens during the fall? What happens? Yep, we talked about your allergies. Yep, everybody is starting to experience those sinus infections and things like that. Yep. I had one of those during the weekend. It was not fun. Kind of getting over one. Getting over it as we speak. I feel a lot better. You're so silly. What's up, Diva? Citrus just does that.
Diva.
Mine flowers several times. Say, hey, Miss Diva.
Hi, Miss Diva.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning. My Meyer lemon tree has a few times, but not as much as the calamundan. I don't know what it's going through, but yeah, it definitely. I guess it's just doing what it's supposed to do, but it's definitely flowered several times. What else happens during the fall? Let's see. So we know the leaves drop. What I didn't know about the leaves though is that we tend to see the color.
Miss Baskin sings a song about that.
What sings a song about what?
When she was doing the next one.
The what?
When she was doing the next one, she said this.
What kind of song did she sing?
The leaves gently fall. The leaves gently fall. That's what she said.
She said the leaves are gently falling.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, the leaves will gently fall to the ground, and then we get to
play in the leaves.
To play in the leaves. Yeah, we can play in them, or we can use them in our gardens, right? So we can break them all up and dump them in the garden.
No way.
No way. Why not?
We're gonna play in them and get all leafy. And I will go under the leaves.
Oh my goodness. You're going to go under the leaves?
Yes.
So we got to build some big leaf piles first so you can play in them. Is that what you're saying?
Then I'm still underneath the leaves. I'm going to pop out to make a lot of leaves.
Oh, okay. Diva, I found my kumquat that has, I love the word kumquat. It makes me laugh. Has smaller fruit. Does flower more than my navel orange. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a kumquat. I don't even know if I could grow those here, but I just love to say the word kumquat. It makes me laugh. I don't know why. It makes me giggle. So, Little Big Girl Farmer has discovered that the fall weather makes her allergies act up. We've also talked about the leaves falling, but of course that is free fertilizer for your garden. So every bit of them leaves y'all need to be scraping up, raking up. Okay, get the children out there playing in them, but get them to pick them up and put them in a bag for you. Or maybe you can even add them to your compost as well. Nature just gives us pretty much everything we need. But the color of the leaves is what I was saying. That did you know that the true color of the leaves has always been there? We just don't see it. In the summer, the spring and the summertime, the plant is receiving so much chlorophyll that it just the leaves remain green. But actually, as the weather changes into the fall, obviously, in the wintertime, the production of chlorophyll, yeah, the production of chlorophyll actually decreases. And that's why we see the colors of the leaves finally come out. And I love seeing those colors. Don't touch that. I love seeing those colors. If you can grow calamundin, you can grow kumquat. The kumquat actually doesn't mind the cold. Well, it has gotten, I think last year it got down to negative 18 degrees, negative 10 degrees. I think it was 18. And I'm going to have to bring those two citrus trees in, the calamundin and the Meyer lemon. They definitely have to come in. The figs, I'm going to take a chance and just leave them outside. I may bring in one of the fig trees, but I haven't decided yet. This is also a great time to think about that. You know, if you have fruit trees, how are you going to overwinter them? Are you going to bring them in, put them in your basement, or or you're going to leave them outside? Are you going to leave them in your shed? Are you going to leave them in your garage? Are you going to, how are you going to protect them from the cold? The citrus for me will definitely come in the house. The rest of the fruit trees, I think I'm going to put in the ground, and I may pot them and put them in the ground. I haven't decided yet, but
don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, well, thank you, baby. And but yes, the chlorophyll covers it. Yep, the colors. And oh wow, yes, you will have to bring them in. Yes, I will. And even the Chicago Hardy fig.
And bring in the leaves.
Yep, the Chicago Hardy fig apparently should be able to survive here. All the fig trees that I bought are hardy here, but it doesn't mean that they will. Some of them, people that grow them in my zone, like there's this lady really out. She lives a ways from me, but I'm really thinking about going back to her house because she lives close to a restaurant that we tried for the first time. And I'm really thinking about going back to her house and knocking on the door and asking her what she does, or him, whoever lives there, what she does to protect her figs, because she has a fence line, one of them wire chain link fences full of fig trees. I mean, there were probably at least 7 or 8 fig trees along the fence line, maybe even more than that. And then she had a few sporadically in her yard, just fig trees everywhere. And there were ripe figs on some of them. I mean, it was just beautiful. And I was able to identify what the fig tree was because I have some, So I stopped and I just admired, but she has them all lined up, and then she has 2 poles, one pole at the end of this side of the fence and one pole at the other. So I'm wondering if she uses that to wrap up the trees somehow, just to help protect them. People keep telling me to purchase burlap. Don't use plastic to wrap the fig trees up. Use burlap to do that. And let's see, I didn't know it got that cold there. Yes, fig trees might be okay. Make sure the roots don't freeze. Exactly. Yeah. So we got to figure that out. TT is on here. What's up, Natasha? How are you doing? So we're just talking about what the fall weather, what to expect during the fall as gardeners, and then how to protect some of our trees. Yeah. And some fun facts about the fall that I didn't know. I just decided to share with you all. OffGrid does desert farming with Paul and Adrian. Welcome. They have 2 fig trees. One came from mom's tree in Florida. I thought I lost it last winter when it came down to 10 below zero. Is it still, so it's still alive? And what type of fig is it? What type of fig trees do you have? So yeah, it got Hidden Harvest. Welcome. Good to see you. We have little big girl farmers in the house. Say what's up. And she was telling everybody that the fall, what happens in the fall? Yep. Coughing and sneezing and sniffling, right? Because of allergies. Yeah. Thank you so much, Hidden Harvest. But we were just talking about how the trees change in the fall. And so she understands that
these colors, like even red like this.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes the leaves turn red. And what other colors?
Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the leaves are still green.
Yep. The leaves are still green right now, but they'll start to change color. And the leaves have actually always been that color. We just don't get to see it in the spring and the fall because the tree produces a whole lot of chlorophyll during that time. And so as the fall arrives and winter arrives, during that time, we see the transition. The trees are not producing as much chlorophyll, and that's why we get to see all the beautiful colors of the leaves. Let's see. Angela's Garden Sense, hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Yes, you did get to catch me live. I'm so glad you're here. Off the Grid said yes, it came back. I kept watering it and it surprised me. I'm not sure what kind it is. My mom got it in the 1980s. Oh my goodness. And let us know what zones you all are in because there may be people in the chat here that are in your zone. Hi, Mark. How are you doing?
Hi, Mark.
Welcome. You're new too. Welcome to all the new folks in the live today. I usually go live on Thursdays, but I'm really busy this week with my husband's campaign. So I was trying to get some time in with my fam because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have a whole lot of time later on this week. Steve Rogers is in the house. Zone 7B. I have a plum and an Asian pear tree in pots. I might cover them with straw and pray. I agree. That's what I'm going to be doing, period. I'm going to try to... What happened? I'm going to try to cover them all with something that I'm still trying to get the game plan together. And then I'm going to pray. Yes, I'm going to pray while I'm covering them and pray while they're out there. And I'm really hoping they survive. The fig trees are supposed to be hardy in my zone, but we'll see. Morning, Gloria. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. We're just talking about how to prepare for the fall in relation to our trees, our fruit trees, and then that's kind of where the chat went to. Initially, I just wanted to share some stuff that happens in the fall that we typically don't know about. Here, take that. Take that right there. Get that. And then a little bit girl farmer was sharing some stuff that she learned about the fall. So she learned that there are changes in the weather, and so that causes her to cough and have sniffles and allergies like her dad. So she's going, where'd you do with the bag? Find that bag that the lollipops are in. She is right now sucking on a lollipop that helps her with her coughing that she wanted to show everyone.
The lollipop is gone now.
These are really good for kids. I actually had one a couple of days ago. Yeah, when I was at the hotel, and that helped. It helped me a little bit. Okay, I was going through some sinus issues. So much so that I was a little disoriented. You know how it gets in all the drainage, and you can hardly see sometimes. Mark Rob, I did video on showing some painting. Okay, I'm not sure, Mark Rob, what you're talking about here, but Diva, I didn't know Halls had suckers. Yep, they do. Yep, Halls kids. Okay. Bye, little big girl farmer. We'll see you later.
I'm gonna get something.
Okay. All right. She said she's gonna get something. She'll come back. Okay. So, any other suggestions on what you all do to take care of your trees during the fall and going into the winter? So we also talked about that the fall time is a really good time to get your garden prepared for spring. So go ahead and do your cleanup. Do most of your cleanup during the fall. That way when the winter time comes, one second. When the winter time comes and into spring, come on, get back up here. You will be ready to plant in the spring. Please do not touch that. Please do not touch that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scratch it. Okay. So, she wanted to show you some of her painting.
I did it at the library.
Okay. So here's painting number 1.
Here's painting number 2.
Here's painting number 2. Cool. Good stuff.
And I'll show you something.
Okay.
Look.
What kind of painting was this? Did you use watercolors?
No.
No.
I didn't use watercolors.
You didn't?
I just had water to dip my paintbrush in, then then put my paintbrush in the paint, then paste it on there.
Oh.
Then it turned black.
It turned black.
And
oh my goodness.
Look, everybody, it turned black.
They said beautiful paintings.
Thank you.
Steve Rogers, we had a mild winter for the past 2 to 3 years. I hope it continues. Miss Angel's Garden Sense is in Maryland Zone 7. Okay. And yeah, the winter time is a hit and miss here. We don't even know what's going to happen, to be really honest.
And whoops, I did a mistake.
What's that?
I did a mistake.
You did a mistake. It's okay. It's still pretty. Okay, take those back and put them on your table. Thank you.
How about we should hang them up?
Yeah, we should hang them up.
Let's hang them up in here.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look in just a second. The fall season is also a great time to harvest seeds. I see a lot of people doing that. I've been putting out a lot of videos about harvesting seeds. And so if you're interested in you're already growing the food, everything that you plant, baby girl, it's too loud. Everything that you plant will develop a seed eventually. And so it'd be a great time for you to start learning how to collect your own seeds. And that way you can save a lot of money. You will save a lot of money from collecting your own seeds. Off the Grid says, I'm in zone 7A, but we get snow and very low temps. I'm going to put some straw bales around my fig trees this year and plenty of mulch around their roots. Great. So I'm in zone 6B7. Okay, so we're pretty much in the same climate. All that matters is she used my favorite color. Your favorite color is black, Diva? Yep.
My favorite parts of the hotel is 5 of them.
Yeah, you have 5 favorite parts of the hotel. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the fig trees, in the apple trees that I have, because this will be my first year overwintering them, and so I'm baby girl, please be careful. Don't knock those seeds over, okay? You have a lot to clean up. So I've been harvesting more okra seeds. Good grief, okra is everywhere. And I've stopped harvesting okra because I just have too much. It's ridiculous. Only have 5 plants. And my freezer is full of okra. So I quit harvesting so I can collect seeds. I may have those available for you all very, very soon. So if you're interested in red burgundy okra, and I have the green Clemson spineless okra as well, available. So y'all all know my email address, barefootgardening@gmail.com. So just let me know if you would like some of those seeds. I think I'm going to I don't know. I haven't really figured out my plans yet for those seeds, but if you're interested, hey Stephanie, just let me know. Go lay down. Go get your iPad and go lay down if your head's hurting. Oh gosh. Okay. Or you can lay down here. Let's see. Okay. What state are you located in, off grid? With Paul and Adrian. Off grid, Miss Angela's Garden Sense is asking you what state you're located in. He is in zone 7A. We do know that about him. So anybody else have any ideas about how to overwinter your fruit trees? What else do you do in the fall to prepare yourself to or your garden for the winter time into the springtime? What are some other things that you do? Another fun fact about the fall that I didn't know is how we actually, the United States, baby girl, the United States typically are the only people that call it fall instead of autumn. That term fall was coined by Britain, and basically it was in reference to the falling of the leaves off the tree. So that's why we call it fall a lot here in the States instead of autumn. But we know that basically the same thing. Woo, little big girl farmer is something else, isn't she? What are you acting like now? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What else did you learn about the fall? Anything else? She's so goofy, y'all. But thank y'all for so much for joining us. I wasn't going to be on here too long because it is about her nap time. So I just wanted to say what's up, and she wanted to say hey to everybody. Stephanie said what some people do is here is cover their citrus trees and banana trees with blankets when they know when the frost is coming. Okay, so do you do that, Stephanie? Do you cover your stuff with blanket? I wonder what the pros and cons are of covering trees with the blankets. Baby girl. Hey. I can't hear. Okay, go. Excuse me, you all. Now. Thank you. Let's see. I love fall too. Fall is my favorite season. It is definitely my favorite season. But let's see. But I'm really anxious about it this year because I do have all these trees and I got to figure out what my plan is. I did it to protect my trees when they had blooms on it. Works the same. Burlap is still breeze, right? Burlap. Okay. Hey, Green Organic Love. Welcome. Morning Glory says, yes, Stephanie, I've seen that before too. Haven't tried it myself yet though. Morning Glory, what type of fruit trees do you have? Stephanie says, I don't have citrus, but I do have a pomegranate tree that does not need to be covered. Oh, we can grow pomegranates here too. I wonder why they don't have to be covered. I wonder why. So you don't do anything? Do you leave it outside or is it inside your house, Stephanie? Your pomegranate trees. Or tree. Good job. You did.
I can make an L.
Okay, make an L for me.
L is for Lenny.
L is for Lenny?
Yeah.
Got it.
You remember Lenny?
It's outside? Okay. Morning Glory says, I have 2 apple trees, but they're real young, so they're just coming inside with me this winter. I do too. I have 2 Honeycrisp apple trees. One is very young, like very, very young. The other one is maybe a year or 2 older than it. It has lots of fruit now. Your pomegranate does? That's so cool. I don't have fruit on any of my fruit trees. Not one got fruit this year. But that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. A lot of people told me the fig trees should fruit this year, but they didn't. I have a white Marseille fig. His name is Mr. Ellis. And I have a Chicago Hardy. His name is Little Buddy. And I have a white Marseille sugar, Olympian fig. That's Fred. Fred is the first one I bought. And yes, the what are you saying? The pomegranates originated from the desert or the fig trees? Oh, the pomegranate is a desert fruit.
Working on something. Be quiet so I can work on something.
Okay, got it. Yeah, because the desert gets really cold.
Mom, I need to work on something.
At night. Okay, baby, go ahead. When you bring in a fruit tree for the winter, do the leaves fall? Yes. Now I haven't experienced this, but the videos, the research I've been doing, yes, people experience leaf drop, and I mean I would expect that because the trees are supposed to be going dormant, but also the shock, I guess, especially if you're repotting trees, you can expect leaf drop. I've got to repot everything. The citrus trees before I bring them in the house. So I may experience some shock or leaf drop from that. I probably will. So, but yes, that is normal. I also have plum trees in the front, but I never do anything with them. They're good all by themselves. Yeah, plum trees are pretty self-sufficient. Plum trees drop a lot of fruit though. I don't know if you've experienced that, but when I was growing up, my grandparents had plum trees, and I just remember always going down there by the tree, and there would be so many fruits on the ground. But it was kind of neat to see that. Um, let's see. Diva says, however, the fig trees we have are bred for different climates. Yes, yes. And so some varieties of figs do better in certain places than others. Really, most fig trees that if you're in zone 9 or above, you're gonna be fine, is my understanding. But if you're in zones or 8 and above, maybe it's 8 and above. But if you're in zones like me, they get typically the winter times. You can expect a frost. Number one, in the fall, and you expect snow and winter weather, then yeah, you're not gonna have a good time leaving your citrus trees outside. um Off the Grid says we just put in 2 Honeycrisp apple trees this year and have a pomegranate tree to plant. I got 4 apples from my older apple tree. How long did it take you to get your fruit from your apple tree, Off the Grid? Because I've heard people have fruit on I mean, they have these trees for 5 years and still haven't gotten fruit, or it takes about that long. Um, yeah, and the negative 18 degrees, it's crazy. And it may only be negative 18 for one day. It's like our weather here is just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolute. We can experience wintertime 2 days in a row, then be in spring. Or it'd be 80 degrees one day and 40 degrees the next day during the day. It's crazy. Um, let's see. I need to purchase a fig tree and stop trying to go cheap by Optum. We planted it 3 years back, but had fruit last year. But the squirrels got them, and oh yeah, that's another thing. These pesky pests. Yeah, the squirrels. Yeah, I totally hear that all the time, and I mean they're always on the fence. Every morning we have squirrels going across the fence. Matter of fact, I think it's the same squirrel. I really do. It's the same puny looking squirrel that comes across the fence every morning looking for something to eat. And I very rarely I have tomatoes out there on the vine, y'all. I probably have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Boo. I have about 6 tomato plants still outside. No, 12, 7, 8, 9. I lied. 10, 11.
12,
Ooh,
13,
there's 11. I have 11
18,
tomato plants still
19,
outside, and all of them have fruit on them. The squirrels never are. They're not touching my tomatoes. They're touching my neighbors. They're getting my neighbors. I don't know why that's the case, but they are. Yep. Yep. I just don't understand that. So, but y'all, I wasn't gonna be too long on here. Thank you all for tuning in. I know Callie Kim is about to go live in a little bit. Or now she should be going live, and I know people catch that, so I don't want to interrupt your time if you all visit her. But if you all have any other ideas of how to overwinter your trees, we're probably going to talk about that a little bit more on my channel, just because I love to learn from you all and get ideas. But I really do just need to come up with a game plan like now, before winter just sneaks up on me. It is the first day of fall, so congratulations for everybody making it to the first day of fall as far as your gardens are concerned. And I hope that you all are planting fall gardens. Mine is going to be quite small this season, I do believe. I got my peas out. The peas are growing really well. They're doing really well. And surprisingly, even in the heat, I mean, it's been all last week was in the 90s. So I'm just ecstatic that they have survived and that they are doing well. They are all in containers too. So it's just blowing my mind. And so I'm excited about that. Hey, Miss Full Rolla, good to see you. Yeah, you're not late, but I wasn't going to be on here long anyway. Little Big Girl Farmer needs to go take a nap. And she's not feeling the best because of her allergies today. So her hollering no. Um, And so you're not thinking about Callie Kim. Okay. Appreciate y'all being here though. Y'all are just so loyal and so much fun to hang with. Again, I don't know how I'm supposed to go live on Thursday. I usually do go live on Thursday night. But I'm not sure right now if I can do that because I'm getting like really crazy busy. It's a little bit over a month away to the from the election, and so things are getting real now. Okay, and so we've got to pump out some stuff and get people registered to vote and all that kind of thing. So I'm just getting a little bit more busy. I'm gonna try to go live on Thursday, but just in case I didn't get to, I'm just trying to pop up on here as much as I can with things that are on my mind. If you all have any ideas or things that you all want to talk about, please comment below at the end of this video and let me know what those things are if you have any concerns. Again, this is my first year having fruit trees, and I have a bunch of them. I have 7 of them, I think. And I just went bonkers this year. But now that it's time to, for the trees to start to drop their leaves soon, and the trees will go dormant, I need to, get a game plan about how, I'm going to be able to prepare my trees for the winter and pray that they survive the winter time here. Yes, fall is one of my favorite times of year too. Morning Gloria. And Off the Grid says I put on a video on my apple tree and greenhouse. Feel free to stop by. Thank you so much for the invite. And yes, we've got to register people to vote. That's a whole nother conversation. But yes, if people want to vote, we definitely need to register them to vote. Stephanie said that she was so disappointed about her tomatoes this year. Well, I was pretty impressed by the production that I've had. I think it could have been better. I know it could have been better, and that's not really the plant's fault. I wasn't very consistent with fertilizing this year. I did it really well, and I fertilized every like 7 days with 511 fertilizer, fish emulsion. And then I stopped and I could tell a difference, but everything is still pretty productive. And so I have like 11 tomato plants outside still producing and still putting on flowers, So we have about less than a month till our first frost. So I'm pretty sure that those aren't going to last too much longer, and I'll probably get them out the ground before the frost. But I'm excited that they're still around. Miss Fuller says, even though this goldenrod is giving me allergy fits, I'm getting ready to go back outside to enjoy this weather. It's supposed to get hot as Hades by the end of the week. And I think that you should enjoy the weather. You want to go in the garden? Well, we can go in the garden. We can do that.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go in the garden. Hashtag her bed first. And then we'll go out. But thank you all for joining us again. We love y'all so much, and we hope that you all have a beautiful and wonderful day. And again, leave those comments below, please. I pretty much would love those ideas on how to overwinter fruit trees. What do you do? Not necessarily is it the right thing, but what do you do? I'm not interested in right or wrong here. We just want to share ideas and encourage each other, empower each other. Okay. And then people can decide what they want to do. Okay. What's best for them or what they want to try. So we're just here to offer ideas. But thank you all so much for sharing. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Mama's going to the garden now.